It's the garden news, it's the garden news.
Dad, it's the garden news.
Alright, sorry.
And starting with tonight's headline. The main news tonight is that winter is here. The sun is low in the sky. The leaves fall from the tree as if they're dying, because winter is awful. Everything dies in winter. Of course, the worst hit community is the gardening community, especially the online YouTube gardening community. Their soul and their passion for gardening dies in winter because winter is freaking miserable and I absolutely hate it. So I'll tell you what I've done. Balls to winter, I've got this. I've accidentally bought a poinsettia. And it's only still November. It's not even Christmas yet. They've not even started playing Christmas songs on my radio. And I've bought the ultimate Christmas indoor houseplant. Now, regular watchers of this channel will know I have a somewhat unhealthy set of feelings for poinsettias. I think they're so sexy. I absolutely love them, honestly. Look at that. It was an accident. I didn't mean to buy it. It was like something like took over me and I couldn't help it. And I told our Claire and I got shouted at a little. But she doesn't understand. She doesn't understand me. I mean, I understand how she must feel. For her, it must be like having another woman in a relationship. But I can't help myself. Love and passion for this sexy... Oh, it's just amazing. It's so beautiful. It doesn't even look real. In fact, it's that beautiful. I'm going to leave it in the plastic wrapping just so no one else can touch it and taint it. It's sexiness. I don't want other people touching its sexiness. It's all for me. Yeah. Whoa. So for the first section of this episode, episode 14 of the Garden News, my question to you is, I've shown you mine. I've shown you my coping strategies to get through awful winter. And I say awful, I don't mean weather-wise. I mean the fact that I can't do as much gardening, basically, because there's not a lot of stuff happening. My question to you guys is, what do you do as a gardener or somebody that's interested and into gardening? What do you do to get you through the barren gardening drought of winter? I buy poinsettias, as many as I think I can get away with, and fill my house with poinsettias. Let's throw it out there. Let's see what you guys do. Now, I know some of us, arc at us moaning, we're in the UK, actually, it's not too bad. But some of you live in places like Canada, where middle of September comes and it's like, bang, don't go outside, a polar bear will eat you. All the way till about May the following year. Like Ryan, from A Little Dirt Never Hurt, his winter is like half the flipping year. So what do you guys do? As a gardener, what do you do to get you through the winter? To keep that interest and that passion and just that, you know, so we don't just die of misery. What do you do to get you through a winter? Leave a comment, let me know. So we'll move on to the middle section of this episode of the Garden News now, the photograph section. Here's a photo of me enjoying some quality time with two very sexy specimens of poinsettia. Last episode, I asked you guys to help me out with a photo section called Show Us Your Squashes, and you have not disappointed. So let's take a look at the squashes and pumpkins that you guys have been sending me that you've been growing this year. So before we start going through, I'd like to thank every single one of you that's sent in photographs. You make this channel what it is by getting involved and participating and helping me out and generally just making me look better than what I actually am. So, first of all, Nick's allotment diary. The one on the left is from a seed saved by Erica's little Welsh garden. The one on the right is a Nuchiki Kuri. That's my favourite name of squash to pronounce. And after watching loads of other people's videos, they seem to have been really popular this year. So I'd like to thank Jen's Allotment Adventures. Thanks, Jen, for taking the time to put these into a collage. You're actually making my editing look far better than what it is, so thank you. Now what she's showing us here are the squashes she plans to grow next year. She's got Jaune de Verti, Pattypan, Deniza and Yellow Scallop. So good luck with those, Jen, and let us all know next year how they do. Hey, it's Bethan from Bethan's Kitchen and Garden. So here you can see behind Bethan there, she's got some butternut squashes and some kind of orange pumpkin. Although to be fair, most pumpkins are orange and I've not really narrowed it down there. But don't they look good? Not just the pumpkins and squashes themselves, but the photographs. You've took some brilliant pictures there, Bethan. Thank you very much. These interesting looking pumpkins, squashes, are from Clarice's French Gardening channel. So Clarice, thank you very much. Here are a wee pic of your funky donkey pumpkins. They're interesting looking, aren't they? With all the warts and scabs on them. Are they called the mother-in-law variety? Oh, I'm so going to get told off for saying that. I'm not taking it back though. And now, coming all the way from Canada, this has been sent in by Chris, or her channel name is ACS. These pics are of her first and only squash. It's a cheeky prince grown from seeds sent by the wonderful Richard and Paul. It weighed in at 11 pounds. That's bigger than some babies are born at, isn't it? 11 pounds. And it had a 29-inch girth. I remember when my waistline was 29 inches, a long time ago. Perhaps it's nature's way of telling me I should eat more pumpkins. So these two perfectly formed specimens have been sent in by Biblical, and they are his 100-weight pumpkins, perfectly formed and ripening up nicely there. Made all the more attractive by using the new Liam Gallagher album for size comparison as well. So again, thank you to everyone that sent in those pictures. Some fantastic pictures there. I think you'll all agree. Just thanks. Great pictures. I love the interaction. I love the fact that we're connecting, that you're sending me stuff and I'm getting to show them. And also, for anyone else watching that didn't send a picture of their squash or pumpkins that they grew this year, think about it. It's a backhanded way of getting a shout out for your channel, isn't it? Sending your pics to me and name your channel as I show the picture. Think about it. So, for the next episode of the Garden News, the middle section where I show pictures, let's say, if you can send in pictures of your poinsettias. I know not everyone gets a poinsettia for Christmas, but they are fairly popular, especially around this kind of time of year. It's when the shops start selling them. So if you can send in a picture of your poinsettia, all I'll say is, though, just be careful. Careful what's in the background of them. If you've got like a £4,000 television set that your poinsettia is on top of, don't send me a picture of that, because if someone sees it, they're just going to want to rob you, aren't they? So be careful what's in the background of your pictures. But if you can send in pictures of your poinsettias, that will be the next episode of the Garden News middle bit where I do the photograph section. If you don't send pictures of your poinsettias, you're going to have to be stuck with me posing with my poinsettias, and you know I've got a bit of a weird thing for them. So do you really want to go there? Do you really want to see the weirdness of me kissing a plant? And you don't really, do you? So let's not show that to people. Let's be nice about this. You send me your pictures instead. Well, I've got to be honest, it is kind of feeding my obsession by getting to look over people's poinsettias. So you're kind of doing a good thing, but you're also kind of doing a bad thing. It's like giving a smoker a lighter when they're trying to give up. You're not helping really. Right, so yeah, that's your challenge. My email address is on the About This Channel section of my channel's homepage. So yes, that's where you will find my email address. Let's do the next section. Yes, that is a picture of a toilet. It's one of those hole in the floor style toilets where you have to squat. Some of you might know I've been abroad with work recently, working in a foreign country where these kind of toilets are the norm. And it kind of got me thinking. There's a discussion that really needs to be had, and I'm going to be the person that starts that online debate. So here we go. I'll tell you. What it got me thinking was toilets on your allotment. Leave a comment. Let me know. What are your allotment site toilet facilities like? Or do you not have any toilets at your particular allotments? And if you don't have any toilets, how on earth do you cope with that? What do you do? You know, some people live quite a distance away from their allotment, so it's not like you can nip back home and use the toilet in your house. It's not worth it. So if you do have toilets at your allotment site, what have you like? Do you have to put a clothes peg on your nose before you can go in? Are they plumbed in to the mains so that they flush and everything? Or, like on my allotment site, is it just like a toilet that's built over a massive hole in the ground, and it's one of those eco-friendly compost manure style pits that you poo into? Now, to be fair, it's not actually that bad. It sounds a bit disgusting, but it doesn't really smell or anything. It's well ventilated. You get a bit of a draft, shall we say, on exposed parts when you use it, such as the ventilation. But it's good that it's well ventilated because it doesn't really smell. Although our Claire and the girls are still a little bit soft about using it. They seem to go as a group for protection. I can't quite understand that myself. So yeah, that's the last part of this episode of the Garden News. Toilet talk, potty mouth. Let me know what your toilets are like at your allotment site. Or if you don't have toilets, what alternative arrangements do you use? Bounce! Soon as I learn. Yes, Ruby, yes, Ruby, yes! Like and subscribe, like and subscribe.